planet Mars. One of the most intriguing planets in our solar system and has captured the interest of scientists, astronomers, and space enthusiasts for years. In this video, we will explore the facts, structure, atmosphere, exploration, moons, rings, cultural history, and interesting facts about Mars. Let's start with some fascinating facts about Mars. Mars has a diameter of approximately 6,779 kilometers, 4,212 miles, which is about half the size of Earth. It is the fourth planet from the Sun and has an average distance of approximately 227.9 million kilometers, 141.6 million miles. Mars has a mass of approximately 6.39 septillion kilograms, which is about 0.11 times the mass of Earth. The density of Mars is approximately 3.93 grams per cubic centimeter, which is about 0.71 times the density of Earth. Mars has a rocky, dusty surface with large canyons, valleys, and volcanoes. The planet is also home to the largest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons, and the deepest canyon in the solar system, Valles Marineris. The temperature on Mars varies widely depending on location and time of day. The average temperature on the surface of Mars is about -63 degrees Celsius, -81 degrees Fahrenheit, but it can reach as high as 20 degrees Celsius, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, near the equator during the day and as low as -140 degrees Celsius, -220 degrees Fahrenheit, at the poles at night. Mars has a weak magnetic field, which is about 1% as strong as Earth's magnetic field. Mars has an orbital period of approximately 687 Earth days, or 1.88 Earth years, and a rotation period of approximately 24.6 Earth hours, which is only slightly longer than a day on Earth. Structure. Mars is a terrestrial planet with a rocky composition and a solid surface. It has a core made of iron, nickel, and sulfur, which is similar in composition to Earth's core. However, Mars' core is much smaller than Earth's, and it is thought to be partially liquid. Surrounding the core is a mantle made of silicate rock, which is much thinner than Earth's mantle and is thought to be partially molten. The outermost layer of Mars is the crust, which is made of volcanic and sedimentary rock. The Martian crust is thinner than Earth's crust, and it is thought to be about 50 kilometers, 31 miles, thick on average. Mars has a number of large volcanoes, including Olympus Mons, which is the largest volcano in the solar system. The volcanoes on Mars are thought to have formed from hotspots in the planet's mantle. Mars also has a number of large valleys and canyons, including Valles Marineris, which is the largest canyon in the solar system. These features are thought to have formed from tectonic activity or the erosion of rock by water or wind. Atmosphere. The Martian atmosphere is primarily made up of carbon dioxide, CO2, which makes up about 95% of the atmosphere. The remaining 5% is made up of nitrogen, argon, oxygen, and other gases. This is quite different from Earth's atmosphere, which is mostly nitrogen and oxygen, with only a small amount of carbon dioxide. Pressure. The atmospheric pressure on Mars is much lower than on Earth, at only about 1% of Earth's atmospheric pressure at sea level. This means that the air is much less dense and thinner than on Earth. This low pressure is due to Mars' thin atmosphere and low gravity. Seasons. Mars has seasons that are similar to Earth's, but they are longer due to the planet's longer year. During the Martian winter, the planet's polar regions experienced seasonal snow and ice, which can cover large areas. These seasonal changes can affect the atmosphere, such as by causing dust storms. Dust storms. Mars is known for its large dust storms, which can cover the entire planet and last for weeks or months. These storms are caused by strong winds that kick up dust and debris from the surface. The dust can be picked up by the winds and carried high into the atmosphere, affecting the atmospheric pressure and temperature. Exploration. In the 1970s, NASA launched 2 Viking missions to Mars, which were the first successful landings on the planet. These missions included orbiters and landers, which collected data on the planet's atmosphere, soil, and geology. Moving forward to 1997, NASA's Mars Pathfinder mission landed on Mars and deployed a rover named Sojourner. This mission was the first to use airbags to cushion the landing and was designed to test new technologies for future Mars missions. The Mars Global Surveyor, launched in 1996, was an orbiter that mapped the surface of Mars in detail and studied the planet's atmosphere and magnetic field. The mission lasted until 2006 and provided invaluable information about the planet. In 2004, NASA's Spirit and Opportunity rovers landed on Mars and began exploring the planet's surface. The rovers were designed to last for 90 days but ended up operating for several years, providing valuable data on Mars geology and potential habitability. In 2012, NASA's Curiosity rover landed on Mars and began a mission to study the planet's geology and search for signs of past or present life. The rover has made numerous discoveries, including evidence of past water on the planet. Looking ahead, NASA and other space agencies are planning several future missions to Mars, including the Mars 2020 mission. The Perseverance rover will be sent to the planet to search for signs of past life and collect samples for return to Earth. The ExoMars-Mission, a joint project between the European Space Agency and Russia, aims to study the planet's geology and search for signs of life. Moons. Mars has two small moons named Phobos and Deimos. Phobos is the larger of the two moons, with a diameter of about 22.2 kilometers, 13.8 miles. It orbits Mars at a very close distance, completing one orbit every 7 hours and 39 minutes. It is also closer to Mars, orbiting at a distance of about 9,378 kilometers, 5,827 miles, from the planet's surface. The surface of Phobos is covered in craters and grooves, and it appears to be made up of a mixture of rock and ice. On the other hand, Deimos is the smaller of the two moons, with a diameter of about 12.4 kilometers, 7.7 miles. It orbits Mars at a greater distance than Phobos, at about 23,460 kilometers, 14,577 miles, from the planet's surface. It takes about 30 hours to complete one orbit of Mars. Its surface is also covered in craters and appears to be made up of rock and dust. The origins of these moons are still not fully understood, but scientists believe that they are captured asteroids or remnants from a larger object that was broken apart by a collision with Mars. Both moons have been studied by several Mars missions, including the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter and the Mars Express mission, which have provided detailed images and data on their composition and structure. Cultural history. Mars was one of the most important gods in ancient Italic religion, especially in Rome. He was revered as the father of Romulus and Remus, the legendary founders of Rome. He was also the protector god of the Roman people and the state. Mars was later equated with the Greek Ares, the god of bloody war. However, Mars differed from him in his greater significance and more lively cultic worship. In early cultures, Mars was considered threatening and aggressive, probably because his reddish color reminded of fire and blood. The Greeks and Romans even named their war gods after him. Interesting facts. Red planet. Mars is known as the red planet because of its reddish appearance, which is due to iron oxide, rust, on its surface. Volcano. Mars has the largest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons, which is about 3 times the height of Mount Everest. Largest canyon. The largest canyon in the solar system, Valles Marineris, is located on Mars. It is over 4,000 kilometers long and up to 7 kilometers deep. Atmosphere. Mars has a very thin atmosphere, with a surface pressure less than 1% of Earth's atmosphere. Seasons. Mars has seasons similar to Earth's, but they last about twice as long due to its longer year. Moons. Mars has 2 small moons, Phobos and Deimos, which are thought to be captured asteroids. These are just some basic facts about Mars that I hope you found interesting and informative. If you want to learn more, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Thank you for watching and see you next time.